Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Kat. I am the nurse flipper, and I get asked quite a bit how I do this. How do I work full-time, have a 2-year-old, and make quite a bit on eBay? So there are a lot of people that make a lot more than I do, but I think my numbers are pretty good. I do want them to increase. And in this video, I'm going to tell you how I went from no sales on eBay to 75,000 the first year. No quick fix, just my story. So let's go. All right, so a little bit of background for those of you that might not know me. I am a full-time nurse. I work 3 12-hour shifts per week. So I am off 4 days, which is definitely beneficial. However, if you have a Monday through Friday job, you have a lot more time after you get off work than I do. When I leave at 6 a.m. and I don't get home until about 8:30 or 9 p.m. So it doesn't leave me much room to do anything on the days I work. So I'm going to tell you how I started, how I got to where I am now. And yeah, so I will tell you, first of all, my numbers right now, so you can know where the story's leading. So I currently have 1,870 listings. That is a total quantity of 2,753 items. And it is valued with a 40% off sale at $57,660. I did, I would say 90 to 95% of these listings by myself. My husband recently has started taking pictures for me, and I do the listings. So getting a little bit more help here lately, but the majority of this I did do by myself. And for my last 30 days, I have sold $11,103. And this is only on eBay. I also sell on Amazon, Mercari, and Poshmark. Those are minimal compared to this, so we're just going to talk about eBay. So I have sold on eBay since the 1990s, off and on, little stints, but nothing serious. So last year, I was really burnt out at work. My budget was on working 4 12-hour shifts per week, and I didn't want to do that anymore. So what I was doing was trying to find a way to replace that income, which is about $2,000 per month. And I wanted to be able to do that so I could be at home with the baby more and have a little more freedom to do what I want. So when you sell on eBay, the nice thing is you can list whenever you want. You can ship daily, you can ship every 3 days. And I did at the beginning have a 3-day handling time. I now do next business day for my handling. So I started out doing pallets. I think I saw a Facebook ad come up, and who doesn't want to make money? I am a natural hustler. I always have something going. Before I started getting the pallets, I had over 200 chickens. So I raised chickens, I hatched them, I sold them. Also had goats that I raised. At one point I would milk the goats in addition to working, and I would make homemade cheese. So I always have something going on. It's really funny. The people at work that know me are like, "What are you doing now, Kat?" So one of the things that I said to myself when I started this reselling, which was in about April of 2019, was that I wasn't going to stop. So I have a really bad habit of getting bored with things, and if I don't see the results I want, I just stop. And I didn't want to do that this time. I wanted to keep pushing, grow my business, and make it something that was profitable, that would be beneficial to me and my family. So I started buying pallets locally, and I did okay, and I did do Facebook Marketplace sales at that point, and I was making a few $100 a pallet. So I started probably with, I would say, like $500. and I would buy 1 to 2 pallets. I would sell them, and then I would go buy more pallets. Some of that was getting listed on eBay, some of it was getting listed on Amazon, and some of it was getting listed locally. So I did that for about 3 months, and then I was kind of spinning my wheels. I wasn't getting anywhere, and you're gonna see once you start doing this, you have to find for your area and for your personality, your schedule, you have to see what works for you. So the best pallet place for me is 2 hours away, and it was so popular. They had amazing prices, but people camped out for 2 days. 2 days when they were getting a shipment. I don't have 2 days to camp out to get a pallet or two. So I did stop buying from them, and I hate that I had to, but I just don't have the time to fight 100 other people for pallets. And if you had the time, like, some of those deals are amazing. So you can find pallets locally on like Facebook Marketplace. There are groups. So then I started buying from Bulk. Bulk has pallets, they have cases, and I had a few really big home runs with them. And with Bulk, I found I did best with lower item count pallets. I would buy big things. I would sell most of them on Mercari. Like, I would get baby cribs, things like that. So those are definitely an option. And you're only using a few $100s there. So did that, and then I started looking into B stock. B stock is actually kind of a direct wholesaler, so you could buy like half a truckload, you could buy 1 pallet, you could buy cases, you could buy a couple pallets. So I started buying some overstock from like Macy's and QVC, and those pallets are higher dollar though. You're looking at like $1,000, $1,500, $2,000, and I did finance some of them. I know a lot of people say don't borrow money to make money, but they had a finance company. It was 3% interest, 90-day terms. So I would have 3 months to pay it off, sell all the stuff, and have a profit. So I did that. And then pallets take a lot of time to process, and you also get a lot of stuff that either isn't sellable or won't sell fast. So it's like you find these pallets with amazing things on them, and then you're stuck with all this other stuff. And I didn't really like that too much. So like my QVC pallet, I still have tons of sweaters, tons of jeans. I am in the profit, but I have all this stuff sitting here. So you don't really get to pick with pallets the mix of merchandise. You know, you're going to get some good, some great, and some horrible. And that just wasn't working for me. I'm not saying I will never do that again. I might at some point, but I started looking to other avenues of sourcing. And that was shopgoodwill.com. I bought a lot of lots off of there. We were having 3 to 5 boxes delivered a day. I don't do anything little. I go big. And I think that's one of the things that makes it where I have done as well as I did. And that's one of the key things. I think the 2 things that are gonna make you succeed in reselling is knowledge and motivation. If you don't keep increasing your knowledge and you aren't motivated to do it, it's just not gonna happen. You can't just sit there and money come to you. And there is like Amazon private label. I have no interest in that, and those people take really big risks, tens of thousands of dollars for products that might fail. So I'm not interested in that. I like hunting. I like finding really cool stuff. I like finding vintage stuff, and I like taking gambles. Taking gambles is probably something else that has got me here. I bid on a lot of lots that I can't see specifically what's in there, and that includes shopgoodwill.com as well as HiBid. HiBid is my primary source currently. Of nasal mist, I got that off of a medical overstock auction on HiBid. So I do get pallets like that, but I'm not getting like returns pallets anymore. I just have not had any interest in doing that. So last year, everything that I made went back into the business. I did not pay myself at all for a year because I knew I wanted it to grow bigger, because my goal is to go part-time. And I just kept putting it back and putting it back. And I now have the $58,000 in inventory, and I only started with a few $100s. I did, like I say, I did finance a few pallets. I do not owe anything for the business. I have bought a shed. I have remodeled an outdoor room, which is 12 by 20, all out of the business just to expand. So hopefully I'm planning on starting to pay myself here shortly, because we are at a good point where I can continue maintaining, and now I can pull money rather than building. And I will keep purchasing, and you have to list regular. So when I list, I just go hard at it. So I don't do like 1 or 2 or 3. I list like 20, sometimes 30 in a day, because that's what works for me. That's what fits into my schedule. I don't have like set times. I just do it whenever I can do it. And I might take pictures, like if we're going on a trip somewhere, my husband is driving, I'll have 20 to 30 pictures in my phone that I'm listing while we're driving, because I'm not doing anything else anyways. And you just keep doing that, and you like it sucks sometimes. Being a reseller is hard. It is a roller coaster. You can have $1,000 sales day one day, and then you're gonna have 0 the next. I luckily have not had very many 0 sales days throughout all of this, but it's gonna happen. And getting bummed out and thinking it's eBay or, you know, like the economy, you can't blame anything else. You instead need to find something that works. So if your items aren't selling, find something different. I don't have any niche that I stick to. I do have my items that I like, but I don't just do one type of thing. And I feel like that helps my sales. A lot of people stick to certain areas. You have to keep learning. You have to follow what's going on, because something that's selling great right now might not be next year. So I don't like blindly picking up. I do occasionally, because some sales you're gonna just have to grab. But the majority of the time I am going to look stuff up. Unless it's super cheap, I'm making a pile. And like when I bid on high bid auctions, if they're box lots, I will find at least one item that pays for the lot, and then I've got all this other stuff that's profit. So I get my money back fast, and then I'm all in the profit. That's what I love to do. You have to just keep pushing. You can't give up. It's really easy to give up. It's really easy to get frustrated. You will see tons of people selling all of their inventory because they say eBay is dead. eBay's not dead. The economy's not dead. You might have to source a little different. So I'm still selling collectibles. So some people that are struggling might not be buying collectibles, but other people are in a better financial position, and they're going to keep buying collectibles no matter what's going on. And I have seen that firsthand. Like, you just have to push. You have to push hard. Don't stop. That's what I've done in the past, and I've like make really good money, and then I'm like, this isn't enough, and I just quit. You cannot quit. You have to keep doing it. You have to push yourself further than you think you can go, and stay on it. Like, just go, go, go. I do take breaks. I do fun stuff, but I do put a lot of time, effort, and energy into my business, and that's why it has grown to where it's at. So I think the main thing is listing every day if you can. I sometimes do not get to, but if you can list, and you have to make yourself, I think one of the better methods is to list more than you sell. So if you sell 5 items today, list 10. So now your store just grew by 5. You sell 10, then you need to list 15 or 20. And that's the only way you're gonna grow your store. And then learn what's making more profit while you're out here researching all this stuff. Watch different channels, learn different merchandise, learn different types, because you're probably walking by hundreds of thousands of dollars every time you go sourcing because you don't know that's worth money. So you have to keep learning. Like, I just picked up some little girls' dresses. I normally would think children's clothes are worth absolutely nothing. I sold one for 20 bucks. I got all of them for less than $2. So I'm okay making $10, $20, even $5 because it all adds up. Do I like the home runs that bring $100+ profit? Yeah. And a lot of people run their store only on that. So you have to really find what works for you. If you only want to get those items that are going to bring you $100 or more, do it. Don't let anybody tell you your business model or your plan, because you have to do what works for you or it's not going to work. You can't copy me. You can't be me. You can't be other resellers that you see. You have to be yourself. You have to only compare yourself to you. So if you listed 20 items last week, say, okay, I'm going to list 25 this week, and just continue to improve, continue to learn, and you can do it. If I can do it working full time with a crazy 2-year-old, I guarantee you, you can do it. That's starting from a few $100s, and now it's grown into, I have $1,000 sales days, and I have 2 big storage areas. You just have to want it. You have to do it. You have to list. You have to learn. And I think that's really it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this, and I will be glad to answer any questions. It's not an overnight get rich quick scheme, but going from 0 to 75 in a year is not bad. And that was $37,000 in profit, which again is not bad for a year part-time. So you can do it. It doesn't matter where you're at. I buy a lot online. They will ship stuff to your house. I do have a lot of videos that show where I source. I do not hide anything. I'm trying to help you guys, and I hope I'm doing that. And I really appreciate everyone watching. I hope you guys have a great week. Bye.